Hamas is not claiming responsibility for the truck ramming attack, but a spokesman for Hamas did say it was a heroic act and called on other Palestinians to do the same and escalate attacks on Israelis. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says, according to all the signs, the attacker was a supporter of ISIS. John Wagi brings us the story from Jerusalem.
Police call it one of the worst terror attacks in Jerusalem in more than a year.
We know that he deliberately drove that vehicle, the truck, into the group of soldiers that he saw that had just got off the bus. It was definitely a terrorist attack. It was caused intentionally, and our main emphasis is to make sure there's no further terrorist attacks here in Jerusalem today.
One video shows the driver barreling up over the curb and driving through the soldiers, then backing up at high speed in order to run over more people before authorities shot and killed him. It happened as about 200 soldiers participated in a field day.
And I was just downstairs with my group, another group of soldiers, and we just heard what's going on, and it was very frightening. Everyone just ran away and tried to find a place to hide, and that's exactly what I did.
When we arrived on scene, there were a number of victims, both trapped under the front of the truck as well as next to the truck, and we began to treat them. The situation, like all terror attacks, no matter how much you prepare, was mayhem. That is what it's like at a terror attack.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman visited the scene.
This is part of the same pattern, inspired by Islamic State, by ISIS, that we saw first in France and then in Germany, now in Jerusalem. This is part of the same ongoing battle against this global scourge of the new terrorism. We can only fight it together, but we have to fight it, and we will.
The attacker came from the eastern Jerusalem neighborhood of Jabal Mukaber, home to other terrorists in the past. Palestinians celebrated the attack in Gaza. Hamas declared the attack heroic and said it proved that Palestinians would not stop pursuing jihad. 40 Israelis and 2 Americans have now died in various terrorist attacks and vehicular assaults here since September 2015. Many fear terrorism will only increase following the UN Security Council resolution condemning Israeli settlements in the West Bank. John Wagi, CBN News, Jerusalem.